Mass has ended, but we're going to keep having a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
Digital Foyer, why not? I'm Matt Vaughn, Communications Coordinator here at St. Benedict Parish. And this is a time where you get to ask some questions. And who are you going to ask? Well, Father Alex Galati, for one. This guy right here.
Hey.
He's waving to you there.
Up?
He's our priest in residence here. You said earlier in Mass, you
and
said...
our special guest.
We have a special guest coming.
The invisible man.
We will get to him. We'll get to him. Earlier in Mass, you described yourself as one of the priests here at St. Benedict Parish.
One of the priests.
A very humble way to describe yourself.
I am a priest.
You are literally one of the priests here at the parish.
I am one of the priests, so there's two of us, technically, right?
There's technically two of you. I think it's just objectively two of you, right?
Yeah, technically and objectively. Yeah, that's a double whammy.
Technical
right
objective
there.
here.
Look at that. So I am one of the priests, associate to the pastor.
Wait, no, yeah, that's kind of like the opposite, right? Now, I feel like things are getting a little crowded in here.
Things are getting crowded. There's more people.
Well, of course, yeah, because now in the Digital Foyer we're welcoming Phil Marmon.
Oh, Phil Marmon.
Did I do it right in my life?
I don't know. Can people hear him?
Mic.
I hope people can hear him. If you can't hear Phil, let us know, and we will talk about it here. But yeah, Phil is our special guest here in the Digital Foyer. Phil, what is your job here currently for the next tiny amount of time? What do you do at St. Benedict?
I am the music coordinator and also ministry lead for the 9 o'clock/11:30 music ministries.
There we go. Very good. I say for a limited amount of time because we're hiring a new music coordinator. That's right, which is exciting. Now I know it might seem weird.
Also sad.
So Phil is excited about the new music coordinator. Usually people aren't necessarily excited. They're not have their job anymore. But you were doing a part-time position here, right? Is that?
Yeah. So for the last couple of years, I actually don't remember what year it was that I started.
It's been a long.
It's been a minute. I've been doing part-time. Yeah, so 10 hours. There have been some 15-hour periods, but generally it's just been a 10-hour thing. And really, there's just so much more that we could be doing that I feel like we should be doing with music, and it just can't be done with that kind of time constraint. And so now the next person is going to be full-time. And so I'm just so excited about where music ministry is going to go.
Yes.
And yeah.
I'm excited to say that we could actually we can't announce who it is. That's the whole thing, right? Father Alex is laughing. I asked him before we went on, can we announce the next person?
Yeah,
the answer is no.
So we've been through the interview process, lots of great candidates, really excited about the outcome. We're waiting for some, final paperwork to go through before anything becomes official. So we're just waiting on that, but that should be, stay tuned for announcement. But I mean, Phil, you've got a lot going on in your life, which is part of why you kind of wanted to transition out of this position, right? We never were like, hey, Phil, it's time. Feels like right. I am barely surviving. So much going on in his life. 2 little kids, 2 young ones.
Well, Phil also has a full-time job outside of this. He's got a whole career.
And a full-time father of 2 little ones.
That's not a part-time thing, is it?
Yeah, that's the full-time.
And a full-time husband, too.
And full-time husband.
Yeah.
You got 3 full-time jobs and a part-time job. I don't know how you do it.
Crazy. So Phil, what do you do? What do you do when you're not being a music? What's your other job? I guess.
I am an electrical/electronics engineer. Engineer in training. Legally, I'm not allowed to call myself an engineer.
Really?
Until I complete this. I don't know. It's not like a probationary period, but like a training period where I. Anyway.
So can I call you an engineer? Can I call you an engineer? Is it again's the law for me to call you?
No, you can call whatever you want.
He's an engineer. I don't care what the law says.
What's your legal designation then?
Engineer in training.
Engineer in training.
EIT.
Okay.
EIT.
Yeah.
There he goes.
But yeah, I do electronics design.
Yeah, there we go. You sometimes do some fun things with some electrical. I know you've made some pedals and things like that. So you do some kind of machining and stuff even in your spare time.
Yeah, I like it too much, and I don't actually have the time for it, but it consumes my mind a lot.
I say pedals. I mean specifically pedals for guitars and things like that, not for bikes.
Yeah,
no. You could make a bike pedal. You're a talented guy.
I don't know.
That doesn't get you excited.
You don't have a bike. Do you have a bike?
I'm borrowing one. I've been borrowing for 5 years, and it's in my.
For 5 years?
It's in my
in-laws.
That's
a long time.
I've ridden it once.
Wow. You borrowed a bike for 5 years and ridden it once. Does the person not want their bike back?
They live in Calgary.
Okay. So they can just come get it whenever they want it? Yeah, cool.
Totally.
That works.
I think I didn't get the connection between bikes, and now I understand it. Figuring it out. Lots of people in the comments here are they've really glommed onto the fact that Father Alex has a birthday coming up.
Oh no!
Very excited. Someone mentioned it. Now everyone's saying happy birthday to the priest. By the time next week comes here, it'll be old news. No one will care about you.
That's right. I'll be old news because I'm getting older. So that news is old.
You're getting older.
I am. Honestly, I hate this. I'm like a quiet. My birthday could go by every year without me even knowing, and I'd be totally okay with that. but it's becomes a thing every year, right?
Even in this moment, you were showing. Well, you had your hands kind of full, like a monk kind of style there.
Yeah,
So
no,
even you
Jedi.
seem like a
Jedi.
Yeah, you
Jedi.
seem kind of like detached, removed from the fact that you age and that people want to celebrate you.
Yes, young Padawan.
Yes, exactly. There we go.
I
like that.
live in the moment, not in the tomorrow's Tuesday birthday.
Right, the Tuesday, the Tuesday of it all. So that's good. Lots of people are also talking about how great Phil is, how wonderful he and his wife are with singing everything like that. Some lovely stuff.
Phil.
Very encouraging
take it
things
easy
there.
big guy. It's your big
When's your
day's coming
birthday,
up.
Phil?
Not for a while.
Oh, your birthday's coming up, eh?
In
When's
like
that?
6 months.
Wow,
5
6 months.
months.
You and your wife have
That's
birthdays very
coming
close together too, right?
Yeah, 4 days apart. Well, 6 years and 4 days
Yeah,
apart.
That's a whole thing. That's a whole
That's
consideration.
the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. I had a question here, and I might have asked it last week, but Phil wasn't here last week, so I'm going to ask it again. About favorite Easter treats.
Oh.
So we'll start with Father Alex, and then we'll get to
Oh boy,
Phil
I need
afterwards.
time to think about this. You know what? Like honestly, I'm not a huge sweets kind of guy.
Okay,
I'm more
interesting.
like a salty, like chips kind of thing, like salty snacks. That's me. But you know, occasionally, you know what I get a little nostalgia over are those Cadbury cream eggs.
Oh, sure.
Every once in a while,
Absolutely.
like you know, get a crazy sugar buzz and then crash after. But it takes me back. It takes me back.
It sounds like you have a whole you have a whole experience with those. They have all sorts of new kinds too, right?
Sugar doesn't like me. What's that? There's
They
a
have,
new one?
Well, they have like Oreo ones. They have
Really?
they have cookie flavor ones. Absolutely.
gosh, this
get
is
out there.
news
I was
to
gonna say,
me.
get out there and get them. They don't sell them right now.
See,
They're gone.
I'm getting
Easter's over.
every year I get older and more out of touch, right?
Right,
So it's-
exactly.
I don't know what's hip. I'm not
Increasingly aloof.
I'm
and
not
distant.
down with the kids these days, and I'm not
Right.
no longer hip. I was
Exactly.
stopped being cool a long time ago.
Now,
if I
I'm
ever
gonna,
was.
now here, you didn't like sweets, Phil.
I
What's your
also-
favorite Easter treat?
Also, ham, I don't know. I'm also not much of a sweets guy. A couple of years ago, decided basically to stop eating sugar.
What?
Yeah, for health reasons.
You think you're
basically.
better than us,
No,
Phil?
it-
'Cause you don't need
sugar.
sugar.
Also doesn't like me. I feel terrible when I eat sugar.
Yeah, me too,
So
actually.
it's not so much a what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so wonderful thing, so much as like I just don't want to feel like crap all the time kind of thing. So
That's a
but,
valid-
yeah, so ham.
Ham is a
turkey's
great Easter
I like
treat.
yeah, meat.
I agree.
Meat's good.
Right. Sometimes
I
you have a
like-
drink. That's safe to
Oh,
say.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
There we go.
Whiskey.
Yeah, he gets to indulge in that, which is great. I think it's lovely. Lots of people, somebody suggested, by the way, for your birthday, Father Alex,
Yeah.
Big Mac with a candle in it.
Oh,
your love of McDonald's,
hey.
your lack of sweets.
You know what? I would take a Big Mac. I prefer. You know what my order of choice is when I go to McDonald's?
Please, everyone wants to know.
This is what I get. I get a medium fry and 2 McDoubles. I know it's
Good move.
excessive, but I don't get a meal because I like, again, the sugar thing. I don't like the drink, right? I don't like all the sugar.
That's wild to me.
But
You don't like the
I could
drink.
put I could put a candle. Although when I go to Wendy's, I do get a Frosty. I do get
there
a
you go.
Frosty. So.
There you go. And a lot of the Wendy's now, they have the remix machines, so you can make like special Cokes and stuff like that. Raspberry Coke, try it. I really recommend it. It's very good. So we've gotten to the point here in the Digital Foyer.
The point.
Where people are
get to the
offering
point.
birthday. The birthday wishes are not stopping, by the way. The birthday wishes are continuous
thank
here.
you,
It's just
thank
birthday
you.
birthday for you,
Yeah.
praise for Phil.
Yeah.
The great work he does with singing. Someone actually, real quick before we get to the socks, Phil, someone asked if you're going to keep being part of the band, even though you're not going to be music coordinator anymore.
Yeah,
you
that's
are.
the intention, unless I get kicked out by the new guy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think that's
Hey,
gonna
there you
happen. But yeah, I plan to. Absolutely plan to.
Excellent. There we go. We will not be lacking for Phil
Yeah.
in the weeks and months and years and hopefully decades ahead. But now we've gotten to the point of the Digital Foyer where we show off the socks. So every week in the Digital Foyer, usually we have 2 priests. You know, Father Alex is one of the 2 priests here.
One of the priests.
And they have a little sock competition. They each have socks. There's a little battle for it. Last week, Easter Sunday, we had a really good one. We had a really good, a real battle there. Father Simon was here. He had NASA socks, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
And Father Alex, you had, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a cat riding a narwhal with like a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full battle regalia.
Regalia, yes. So if that sounds too hard to believe, go back last week and watch it because
Yeah,
it
it's great.
happened. It was
They're
really
epic
there.
socks. Lisa Matheson.
That's right. So Father Alex won last week.
Oh.
People thought you were the best.
Of course I did.
Unsurprisingly.
You can't top those socks.
They were like, he must have a birthday
killer.
soon.
Those
They
are killer
really wanted to give him some love. So, so yes, you won last week. So this week, now first off, before we get in there, so Phil, I got to ask,
Yeah.
and maybe this is too, pressure was too intense here.
Sure.
Do you have socks
I'm wearing socks.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go
show
first?
them to us.
Show us your
Yeah,
socks.
I should probably go first because I don't do like the fancy sock thing.
come on.
I've got like colorful socks, sure, but not like narwhal
Narwhal.
socks.
Yeah, I mean, his was crazy last week.
Yeah, it is next level.
You can't.
So these are like quasi-liturgical. Quasi.
Oh,
So,
okay.
funeral mass, Lent/Advent.
Ooh.
Now we're getting to Gaudete Sunday. I don't know what blue is. Is that Marian feasts? Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
And
can't
then
wear
ordinary
yeah, sure.
time, and
Oh.
then there's no red. But
Solemnity.
Easter,
Well,
solemnity.
first
So,
Easter
you know,
solemnity.
it's
That's good. I like that.
it's all right.
I like that.
Also, stained glass looking a little bit, I would say.
Yeah.
thank you.
It's
Yes.
very churchy.
There we go.
wearing
Very
stained
religious.
glass.
Well,
socks.
I mean, these are fairly simple, but springtime is here, so I'm rocking the flowers. Some little spring flowers.
There we go. What do you got there? We got a rose there.
Yeah, I got.
I don't see any tulips per se.
Yeah, some different. Yeah, I don't know
Daffodils,
flowers, but they're
perhaps.
nice.
I don't think someone see a strawberry there. I know that looks like a strawberry fill. I think it's actually something else. It could be like a poppy or something like that.
Yeah, all of the above. All the flowers are on my socks.
I expected a dog riding an octopus, to be honest with
I can't do that every week. It's
That's
you gotta have like a.
you. Yeah. Oh yeah. One last thing before we throw to Laura. There is a great video we put on our YouTube
Yes.
channel that was from our Easter Vigil. We talked about our Easter Vigil last week. If you don't want to watch a 3-hour
so
Easter
good.
Vigil, a week after Easter, there is a great video that was put together by Divine Innovation showcasing the amazing Easter Vigil. It's an amazing video. Go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SaintBP. Check it out. It's called Light It Up.
Light
Easter
It
Vigil
Up.
2021.
Light it up.
And now we're going to light it up with Laura and SVP Kids Online Church. So
light it
Laura,
up.
take it away.